Every day, youth in America wake up and face the same questions. Who am I? Where am I fully accepted? What makes me valuable? The reality of the situation is, to most youth, the answers to these heart questions are unclear. This lack of clarity has led to a rise in sexual activity. There has also been an increase in sexually transmitted diseases and unplanned pregnancies, challenges youth aren't equipped to solve alone. This is the state of the youth in America.
My name is Katie. I'm 25 years old, and I didn't wait until marriage to have sex. Growing up, my parents didn't really talk to me about sex. So I learned about sex the way most people learn about sex. I learned about it from my friends, and then I learned about, the facts about STDs and pregnancy from health class at school.
Sex is a cornerstone of marriage. For youth, it's best that sex is discussed from within the family first, because exposure to sexual content is a daily experience in our culture.
Looking back, I don't really feel like anybody ever talked to me about when I was supposed to have sex. Culturally, I think that if you asked most people when you're supposed to have sex, they would tell you that it's when you're in love. The problem with that is most women believe that sex equals love. When I first became sexually active, I wasn't getting a lot of love at home. There was a lot of tension and conflict, and I felt wanted, I think society tells us that if you are engaged in a physical relationship, that is a way to show that you're wanted, you're desirable, sexy, powerful, and I felt like that was what I was expected to be. I wanted to show that I could handle anything, and that I was tough, and that I was independent, and I could have what I want, when I wanted, how I wanted it.
Every adult at one point was a youth. While technology changes, the core issues are still the same. We are all influenced by what we value and look outside ourselves to shape our perception of sex. We gather all our ideas about sex from our experiences, and we head out into the world. But yet, our hearts, made by God, still need what they were designed for.
These lies that are being directed towards men and women, directed towards men, saying that you're not man enough, if you're not going out and getting some, and telling women that you're not valuable if you're not getting a man to have sex with you. It's so backwards, because women want to be loved, and they want to be taken care of, they want to be protected, and men want to be respected, they want to be honored.
Sex was made by God to create a lifelong bond between a man and a woman. This is why God instructs us to save sex for marriage. It's the way He designed it to be. Without the promises and commitment of marriage, any romantic relationship is temporary. People that engage in sex and lose the relationship experience a deep and painful separation. Society has felt the consequences that have resulted from premarital sex. Every year in the United States, 4 million teens are diagnosed with a sexually transmitted disease, and unplanned pregnancies create difficult situations. For people overwhelmed by brokenness, hope is here. God has called people to specifically minister to both men and women overwhelmed by their situations. God's Spirit is calling us back. Informing people about the truth and creating space for them to make rational decisions is the best way to serve someone in crisis. InterVision's healthcare provides the right support for people who need compassionate care. People come to InterVisions from all over Iowa. Their stories might be different, but their needs are the same. InterVision's healthcare offers free medical services, including STD testing and education, pregnancy testing, and state-of-the-art ultrasound. They provide non-judgmental counseling for people in all situations at all walks of life. The ultimate hope is to lead people into a relationship with Jesus Christ, the source of true healing.
I decided that I was fed up with my emotional state, and I was done being so abusive to myself. So I decided to go looking somewhere else for something to fill that hole, and that led me back to Christ. And he started to just pick me up and love on me and heal me and show me how much he loves me.
If you or someone you know is facing an unplanned pregnancy or the possibility of an STD, Inner Visions Healthcare can help.